Oh, all right, shalom everyone. You know what I mean? This is the I.S.U.P.K under commanding General Yohanna. You know what I mean? We're gonna go into a class, but before we get into that, just some announcements. Do remember to pay your tithes. That's 10%. Meaning, if you were to earn £100, £10 would be that 10%, and that would then come right here. You know what I mean? That would be your 10%. That's a commandment. It's not just what you want to do. It's a law. It's a law like every other commandment. Now, on a Monday night, we have the radio show hosted by Commanding General Yohanna, where he goes into topics in the black community and also worldwide events. And the channel is The Real Commanding General Yohanna. That's a powerful radio show. Recommend that to every black man and every Hispanic man. That's a powerful radio show. Also, from 12 o'clock, we have classes online. We have the brotherhood, the law, and a scripture breakdown class. You know what I mean? And they're all good. And you know what I mean? You can also log into those, and you can also do your online attendance through those as well. Then the Friday class is the Lashawan Koda, the whole language, the original language of every black man and every Hispanic man. So do log into that as well. You know what I mean? And also in that class, you can get your attendance up. So the topic of today is this whole fallen angels life. You got people that believe, you know, angels came down, had sex, and their offspring became big giants and stuff like that. And that's not in the Bible. And what we're going to do, we're going to get into the scriptures which they would use. So, you know, they would go to, you know, usually Genesis 6 and some other ones and show that, you see, that's the fallen angels right there. And of course, us being the I.S.U.P.K since 1969, we have the facts, and we're going to show that all of that is a lie. Fallen angels do not exist. There was no stories of Jack and the Beanstalk being real. What's the other one? The big green giant, something like that. You know what I mean? Things like that don't exist. There's no one walking around 100 feet tall. All that is a lie. And in the Bible, when it talks about someone's height and that they're tall, the highest that it mentions is 9'6". Now, yes, a man that is 9'6" is really tall, but then that man who we know as Goliath, he said who he was, and he would just say African. And even today, if you go to the Sudan and certain parts of Africa, you will find Africans that are really tall, even right now. So Goliath, or what he was, just a really tall African. But anyway, if you could, in the Zondervan Bible Dictionary, I believe it's either giants or Nephilim, one of the two. It says that no remains of them have been found. Giants or the other one, Nephilim. So it's key because you got even some fake Israelite camps. You know what I mean? They believe these things and going into books of Enoch and all that stuff. And we're gonna get into that too. We're gonna get into how those books are lies, and some of the people that even found those books and said that they was from God, they even got locked up. So we're gonna get into all of that. When you get that from
Nephilim in the Bible dictionary. Nephilim, a term rendered giants.
So now that word, if you break it down, all it means is a giant. So someone that could be really tall, or not even just about height. If you're rich, or you know what I mean, you're someone who can make big things happen, you would also be a giant in also that term as well. What read that?
In the KJV, describing certain of the antediluvians and aboriginal dwellers in Canaan.
There, so it's describing the aboriginal dwellers. To be a aboriginal means that you're someone who was born there. So it's describing the people that were born in the land of Canaan. Now in the Bible, Canaan was a man. Canaan was no fallen angel, offspring, or nothing. Canaan was just a standard African. If I'm correct, it was the Mitzrayim, which is the father of the Egyptians, and then they had Canaan. So he's an offspring of the so-called Egyptians. We'll read on.
So, in Numbers 13:32, were they direct traits of a people of such abnormal structure? The underlying they were direct traits but they were identified with the sons of Anak, though no direct trace of a people of such abnormal structure has been discovered.
Yeah, so no abnormal structure has been discovered. So no one of no ridiculous height, no one that's 100 feet tall, a head bigger than this house. You know what I mean? That has not been found. Why? Because it doesn't exist. Fallen angels having sex with mankind and creating kids that was 100 feet tall does not exist. That's why those abnormal structures can't be found.
There is ample evidence as to the online tradition.
So now there's ample evidence, meaning there's hardly no evidence. So if someone comes to you and goes, you know, there's evidence, that's a lie, because these scholars that wrote the Zondervan Bible dictionary, they've done the research and they're telling you that there's ample evidence, meaning hardly no evidence. Yeah.
One should reject the view that they were angelic fallen beings.
Yeah, so one should reject. So now if there's no evidence of it, then by default, you must reject it. You must know that it's a lie because there's no evidence of it. So anyone going to Genesis 6 and, you know, other parts of the Bible, you have to reject it, because where's the evidence? Where's the evidence of someone's hand bigger than his house? Where's the evidence of someone's head bigger than me? You know what I mean? You won't find it. There's ample evidence, and that's why you should reject that, because one, it's not in the Bible, and then again, it's not even found. You know what I mean? They've done an excavations, dug up the ground, and they don't find anything. They don't find any man of a weird height. Right, so from there, give me 1 Timothy 1 and 3. First Timothy 1 and 3. But this is key, because you got fake Israelite camps. They even believe in this now. They're saying, yeah, you know, the angels came down and had sex with man and they taught them war and stuff. When that's not true. I mean, which one is it? I think it's a da in the Hebrew or something, that it's like a weapon, or like zar. So then how did they learn man war? If, like, we know that it was Adam who done the first written language, and one of the, what's it called, the phonetics is a weapon. So how did fallen angels teach mankind that? But anyway, let's read that. 1 Timothy 1 and 3.
1 Timothy 1 and 3. As I besought thee to abide still at Ephesus, when I went into Macedonia, that thou mayest charge some that they teach no other doctrine.
That they do what?
Teach no other doctrine.
And that's what these fake Israelites are doing. They're teaching something else, a doctrine that was not handed down, you know what I mean, from 1969, 1 West Harlem. They're not doing that. They're teaching some new doctrine now, where, you know, angels came down, slept with mankind, giants and all that stuff. You know what I mean? All that's not in the Bible, and that's not a doctrine in the Bible. And even back then, you had people that left and they taught all other kinds of doctrines too, you know what I mean? Which, like, you can read in your own time. Read that.
Verse 4, neither give heed to fables.
To what?
To fables.
And guess what? That whole giant fallen angel stuff, that's a fable. That's a myth. If you believe in that, you might as well, you know what I mean, watch some cartoon and say all of them, that's real. You might as well believe in Jack and the Beanstalk too. Why not? You know what I mean? Because the Bible's saying, if you read that part again, not giving heed.
Neither give heed to fables.
To fables, things that are jokes. You know what I mean? You believe in angels coming down having sex with mankind, a fable. You might as well believe in Jack and the Beanstalk and, you know what I mean, all other cartoons, because that is just madness. You know what I mean? And even in the Bible it says angels have their jobs, and that with the angels they are a parade of the Most High. So in the Bible, how are the angels a parade of God? Then you read these other books and now they rebelled, came down, had sex. Like, it don't make any sense. But read on.
Neither give heed to fables and endless genealogies, which minister questions.
And that's key. Once you give heed to things like that, all you get is questions, Now people go, so if the angels came down and did 1, 2, 3, then what about this and what about that? And that's all what those lies and those mythologies do. It makes people think more, when instead what you should be thinking about is following the Lord, following those laws, statutes, and commandments. But now you got a bag of questions in your mind, and your mind ain't occupied on what's on like basically what's right or what's going to benefit you, reader.
Rather than godly edifying,
and that's key. Those things don't godly edify. You tell me, angels coming down having sex, what godly edification does that do to anyone? What godly edification does that do to man who's on weed? For a man that can't start watching some illicit sex, pornography, for a man that, you know what I mean, is not, for a man that's not, you know what I mean, right with the Lord, them things don't do, what's that, godly edifying. All it does is make people, you know, think that they're deep and they're smart, and they're not. And the thing that they are supposed to know, they don't know. People that read Joshua, Enoch, you ask them, okay, then so in the Bible, who did King David fight against? I don't know. Okay, then in the Bible, who touched the ark and they died? I don't know. In the Bible, where do I find the chapter on the high holidays? I don't know. In the Bible, you know what I mean? Where do I find the book of Habakkuk? Just for argument's sake, I don't know. You know what I mean? And they don't know what they're supposed to know, but yet they read all these books and think they're highly endowed with knowledge and all that stuff.
That's right.
And that's why the Bible says, which part again? Which answers questions rather than godly edifying. And that's what it does. It makes people wonder more. It doesn't give me an answer of, look, I'm an Israelite, I have to follow the laws, statutes, and commandments. All what it does is makes me think, so if the angels came down, then what about this? I watched a cartoon and there was a man, he was like 100 feet tall. Maybe that concept came from those fallen angels, and all what that does, it makes people have more questions instead of answers. And guess what? Those answers are in the Bible, just that the thing is, they're not reading it. Their mind's too busy being occupied somewhere else. We'll read on.
Rather than godly edifying, which is in the faith, so do.
Which is in the faith, so do. So if you're a man of God, your whole occupation, your whole job is to godly edify, not to, you know, talk about angels and, you know what I mean, animals that had man's heads and men that had horse legs and stuff like that. That's not godly edifying. And you see that commandment, it says that, so do. So you're supposed to be godly edifying. You're supposed to be going in the Bible, getting people off, you know what I mean, weed and ecstasy and heroin and crack and whatever else the world has out there. Now it's what's it? Some cough medicines now. Yeah, that's the new thing. Cough medicines and headache pills. Which I don't know why you would take that. Like, you know what I mean? I thought weed was enough. Now you need headache pills to get high. You know what I mean? It shows the state that we are in. So why would you not want to godly edify? You can see the sedate of us outside, and you will talk about fallen angels and Greek myths and Egyptian myths and things like that. All right, from there, give me 2 Peter 1:6.
2 Peter 1:6. And to knowledge temperance, and to temperance patience, and patience to godliness.
That's right, we got.
And to godliness brotherly kindness, and to brotherly kindness charity. For if these be in you and abound, they make you that ye shall neither be barren nor unfruitful in the knowledge of the Lord.
Now that's key. Now that's telling you, for you to be a man of the Lord, that's the requirement that you have. It says, if you have all these, you will abound in the Lord. The word abound means to grow. So you're going to, you know what I mean, be a fruitful man in the Lord. Now, one thing I've realized, people that care about Enoch and Joshua, they don't abound in the Lord. They're not keeping no commandments. They, you know what I mean? They don't even know the basic understanding of of the Bible.
That's right.
I mean, they don't know where to find the high holy days. They don't know, to even find certain books. You tell them go to Habakkuk. They ain't gonna find. They're gonna be there for like ever, a bit here, a bit there. While if you read the Bible, you should have a rough idea of even where those books are, and that's what you realize. People that care about the exciting things or the fascination, they don't abound in the Lord. They're not rooted. They're not serving the Lord, and they're not like they're minded on the things which are the most main thing. Instead, they care about excitement, angels coming down, having sex, and there's some mythological beings, angels bound up and stuff like that. And you have something like,
yeah, can I have said it before? Yeah, the word sensationalism.
That's right.
Sensationalism. Like exactly what you're saying. Like they know about the Book of Enoch and they think it's some deep secret hidden book, but it's a lot of bollocks, and they don't really know the Bible or care about the Bible. They just know what they think is like secret and mystical and all that, but it's a lot of bollocks, isn't it?
And that's right. And then, like the most dumb thing about it is, if you follow the commandments, the Lord's on your side, and they're not focused on commandments. And then half of people that read Joshua and Jubilee, no beard, get high, celebrating birthdays. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna say no names, but you know who you are. You know what I mean? And I'll just leave it as that, celebrating birthdays, doing all kinds of stuff. So it shows really what it's about. I've never seen no one read them books, and then yet they even follow the commandments. They care all about that, and they ain't keeping nothing. They do what they want. They are God in like basically their eyes. They do whatever they want to do. Read that.
For if these things be in you and abound, they make you that ye shall neither be barren nor unfruitful in the knowledge.
And there, so now if you keep all those things, you're going to abound, and you're going to be a man that, you know what I mean? You're going to apply these laws, statutes, and commandments. And with people that like to read them books and like, go, wow, look at this, I got some deep knowledge, you know what I mean? In this book, it's talking about when like Abraham went here, and you know what I mean? It's basically adding on to it. And they think they are abounding, and they're not. But anyway, from there, let's get Titus, the first chapter and the 14th verse. The first chapter, I think, start from verse the 14 verse. Yeah, that verse 14. Then get something up.
Titus 1:13. This witness is true. Wherefore rebuke them sharply, that they may be sound in the faith.
And now first, that's a commandment right there. That's your job, to correct them. Anyone who comes to you some book of Joshua, Enoch, angels, correct them sharply. Don't, you know what I mean? Don't let them rant on and talk about in this verse and that verse. No one cares. Listen, we don't read them books. So if you're talking to me about a book of Joshua, a book of Enoch, I'm not listening. I'm sorry. You know what I mean? I don't mean to be rude, but I'm not listening. You talk about Joshua, Enoch, I just switch up. I don't care. You know what I mean? And why? Because the Bible says to correct them sharply. You know what I mean? We don't care about none of that. Them books say in here, you know what I mean? In the Bible, you have the fundamentals. You got the laws, statutes, commandments, high holidays, and then you got the wisdom, how to, fix up, how to, fix things that you are doing wrong. Now those things there, that's what you need. In them books, it doesn't have no laws, no statutes, no commandments, no proverbs, no wisdom, hasn't got anything. You know?
Not giving heed to Jewish fables.
What did the Bible say?
Not giving heed.
Not giving heed. Now to give heed means that you pay attention to it. Read.
To Jewish fables.
To Jewish what?
Fables.
A fable to a lie. So now you can't give heed to them lies. That's why you gotta correct them sharp. Don't even listen to it. Someone comes to you about angels and stuff like that. Listen, they're wasting your time. Just correct them sharp and don't even give heed to it. As what we read in the Zondervan Bible Dictionary, no remains of them exist. And then it even goes on to say one should reject that these fallen beings came down and had sex with mankind. There's no abnormal structures found on the earth. There's no man and his remains are found is 100 feet tall, his head's 6 feet diameter, whatever, you know what I mean? That don't exist. So then you would have to reject that. That's why you can't give heed and stuff like that. Why? Because it doesn't exist. Read on.
And commandments of men.
And commandments of men. Now that's going into something else. But you know what I mean? If once you start to give heed to lies, then what's going to happen? You're going to start following commandments of men. If you don't read the book of Enoch, then you're not reading all the word of God. If you're not reading this heretic book, that heretic book, well, you know what I mean? You ain't reading all of the wisdom of God. When to begin with, those books ain't of the Lord. The book of Joshua ain't of the Lord. The book of Enoch ain't of the Lord. Read on.
That turn from the truth.
Do what?
That turn from the truth.
And that's what them books do. Them books turn you away. Your mind ain't on the law, statutes, and commandments now. Your mind's on wisdom and deep. You know what I mean? In the book of Joshua, it went to when Abraham went here and it gives me some what they call it? It gives me some insight on what happened here. And by you doing that, it turns you away from the commandment. It turns you away from knowing the high holy days. It turns you from, you know what I mean? It basically turns you away from knowing the wisdom and the understanding of the Lord. In more that that's legit. And also give me Ecclesiastes 12 and 10 in the Bible. Ecclesiastes 12 and 10.
Ecclesiastes.
In the Bible. Yeah. 12 and 10 is good.
Ecclesiastes 12 and 10. A righteous man regardeth the life of his beast.
Okay.
That's Proverbs. Okay. Proverbs 12. Sorry.
Ecclesiastes 12 and 10.
Ecclesiastes 12 and 10. The preacher sought out to find acceptable words, and that which was written was upright.
All right. So now, for those that have not read in this, it's talking about his life, things that he's been in, and now at the end of it, it's saying he sought out what was right. So throughout his whole life, you know, when he sinned, when he, you know what I mean, followed the commandments again, it's talking about all of his life, vanities of vanities. When like you read his book, talking about, you know what I mean, you can be rich, you're gonna die, the wise man, the poor man. You know what I mean? If you read it in your own time. So now he's saying he sought out words, so you know what I mean? All throughout his life, he has experienced lots of things. Now, as we read them down, he's going to mention something which is very key to what we're on about right now too as well. Read that.
Even words of truth. The words of the wise are as gold and as nails fastened by the master of assemblies, which are given from one shepherd.
Yeah, read on, verse 12.
And further, by these, my son, be admonished.
So now that word admonished, it means corrected. So he's saying, my son, be corrected. Read on.
Of making of many books.
Of the what?
Making of many books.
Of the making of many books. So the same way how, you know what I mean, we argue against the book of Enoch and all that. Back then, people wrote many books too, you know what I mean? There's lots of so-called biblical heretic books, and he's saying there, be corrected by the making of many books. You always had someone who thought they were smart and that God was working with them, and that what they wrote down was their divine inspiration. And the same way how we're dealing with that right now with Joshua, Enoch, Jubilees, and all other kind of books. People did that same thing back then, and he was warning them too, all for his life, saying, be corrected by the making of many books. Read on.
There is no end.
And that's another thing. There is no end. A lot of people focus on Joshua, Enoch. Do you know there is over 600 heretic books? So you're occupied on them. When there's 600 of them, I believe there's a documentary you can watch on biblical heretic books, and they go through all of them on why they're fake and where they was found, and the people that found them was liars. It's a documentary. I believe it's on YouTube, if I'm correct. And you can watch it's like 3 hours long, which if you have the time, you can watch it. And there's loads of them. So there is no end. So it don't just stop with like the book of Joshua, Enoch, and all that. There's over 600 false heretic books. So a question for you: if you're reading them books, why don't you read the rest of them? Where does it stop? You can't say that one's true, but then the other one's a lie. You might as well read all of them, if you understand. Right?
You can't. There's loads of the pockets of Paul, the Gospel of Paul, the Gospel of there's the Gospel of the 12. There's the Gospel of each 12, like the Gospel of Joseph, Gospel of Manasseh. Then there's one with Paul goes to hell apparently. There's the Gospel of Mary. Like it goes on and on. There's one about Solomon.
Yeah.
The
Freemason, someone would have said demons built a temple for him. You see that one?
Yeah, so that's why it's saying there is no end in the making of many books. People always think, God's only dealing with them and what they write and what's in their mind. You know what I mean? It's of God, and they write many books, just like how we argue about certain books being a lie. We was going through that same thing back then too.
Because back then there's many books, but today there's many blogs, man. Everyone's posting shit that says this is true, this is true, this is true. It's ridiculous, man.
That's right. You know what I mean? In these last days, everyone's wise with everyone. God's dealing with me. God told me something which you don't know. Like, what's times someone rings up, yeah, is this the I.S.U.P.K? Yeah, I like what you do, but I think you should look into this. No, I'm looking into it. Oh, come on, you should know. I don't want it. You know what I mean? Don't call me and try to spread your thing onto me so that I can spread it right now. If you believe in what you believe in, set up your own campaign and use that. Don't try and let me know so that I can do your job. You know what I mean? If you believe in that, then you do it. But don't be calling me, yeah, dear brothers, powerful teaching them at SHALAM, wonderful. But I noticed that you don't read this. I know we don't. So why? Because we don't want to. Yeah, I think you should look into. I'll send you a link through WhatsApp. And look, now I ain't open that link yet. I don't know what it's saying, and I'm not reading it. Because why? Because we don't care. Listen, over here we teach this, and that's it. So don't come with something which we're gonna look into, or you know what I mean. I think you need to look about this. We're not doing it. Okay, so I'm not being rude, but if you ring me or someone else and you're trying to spread your philosophy, you're wasting your time. We're not gonna look into it. We're not gonna read it. We're not gonna give it any mind. Right? All what we want to do is call, and all what we want you to do is ring us and go, look, I want to come in school. I want to wear all black 90 days. I want to be in camp. That's all I want to hear. I don't want to hear no philosophies and brother, I think you should look into this. I think you should read this book. Listen, I'm not reading. And anyway, read on.
There is no end, and much study is weariness of the flesh.
And that's key. Much study is weariness of the flesh. So meaning you reading all of those books, you're just wearing yourself out. You think you're deep, and you're wearing yourself out when, believe it or not, the Lord's made it easy for us. In the Bible, in the Apocrypha, it goes, He has given man straight commandments. Now that word straight, He's not talking about a direction straight. If you look it up, that word straight means easy to understand. So God's made it easy for us. So you don't need to read all these heretical books trying to, think that you're wise. When the Lord gave us straight commandments, He gave us easy things. He's given, look, if you love me, keep my commandments. That's straight. Don't eat pork. Follow the high holy days. That's straight. Now, once you start to wander off and read these fake books, then things become very hard. You know what I mean? You ain't following the law, but then you think that you're deep, you think that you're wise, and then now you strayed away, and then it doesn't become as straight as what it said in the Bible. Read up.
Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter.
So forget all those books, but let's hear the end result. You know what I mean? What is this all about? Read up.
Fear the Most High.
So be afraid of the Most High. That's what this is all about. So the making of many books, that's worry. So now he's talking about what? So now he's on about what is this all about? And what is this all about? You being afraid of the Most High. Now to be afraid of the Most High is the following of his laws. Read on.
And keep his commandments.
And keep his commandments. Read.
For this is the whole duty of man.
And this is the duty of man, meaning for every black man, every Hispanic man. That right there is your job. Not to think you're wise, not to think, you know, I'm reading this book and I've got some insight. That's not your job. The whole end result is to be afraid of the Most High and keep his commandments. That's your job. Your job is to go, well, you know, I read this heretical book and it says why, like, it gets dark or something, just, you know what I mean, just for argument's sake, or why, you know what I mean, we think, or, you know what I mean, because with some other books, they go into some madness, you know what I mean. I've read some and I don't know how someone can read it and believe that is of God. You know what I mean? A lot of it contradicts itself. A lot of it doesn't even make sense. But anyway, read that.
For the Most High will bring every word into judgment.
Yeah, so all your words, the Most High is going to judge those words. And that's why it's the whole duty of man to keep his commandments. Because every word you do, you're going to get a judgment for that, whether it's good, whether it's bad. So, you know what I mean, in the making of many books, there is no end, and all of that takes you away from, you know what I mean, the main thing of God, which is you keeping his commandments. Read up.
With every secret thing.
With every secret thing. So things that we don't eat, so things that I'm unaware of too. I may do something and I'm unaware of it, but yet I'm still going to get judged for like them things. So the Most High is going to bring everywhere, whether it's good or bad, or whether you were even unaware of it too. You read it?
I thought there's a verse that says the Most High wins our ignorance.
No, but after it goes, he calls every man to repent. So us being in here, you have repented, you have turned back. You understand?
Okay.
So if you are unaware of something, you do need to be aware of it, which is
cool.
Which is why read, and also read that.
Whether it be good or whether it be evil.
Yeah, so you're getting judged for everywhere, whether it's good or it's not. That's why it's talking about the making of many books and that there is no end. And just why it wears you out. And yet, this is what your mind should be occupied on. You know what I mean? Knowing that the Most High, he's going to judge every work that you have done. And this is what it's about. You thinking that you're deep because, you know what I mean? You know about some, what's it called? The sun and the moon going through dimensions and all that stuff. That's got nothing to do with the Most High judging your work, whether it's good or whether it's bad. But right, I'm going to need the insert for this. Let's get the book of Joshua on Wikipedia. Because all the time we hear, oh, the book of Joshua, that's a canonical book. And no, it's not. And it's not even hard to even research it. Now, I know some people go Wikipedia, but listen, Wikipedia does also have some good things too. You know what I mean? Because those same people that say, well, you can't go online. Whenever it's something they want, they go online and then it's accurate, it's fine. So let's look it up. Studio Joshua. That's what. Now, I'm going to give you a question online. What does that word mean? Pseudo. Does anyone know it's a Greek word? Pseudo.
It's like kind of fake.
Fake, yeah. Pseudo. So now in the brackets, why does it have fake? I mean, even they know this book is fake. Now, yes, in the Bible, in Judges, it does mention a book of I.S.U.P.K, but here's the problem. How do you know the one that you have is the one that the Bible is on about? And that's where that question mark comes in. They go, yeah, yo, let's read what's it called? Judges 6 or something. They go, is it not written in the book of I.S.U.P.K?
Okay.
And yeah, it does say that, But here's the problem: how do you know you're reading the one that the Bible is on about when it's like if you just scroll back up, but it's telling you the one that we read today is fake. It's not rocket science. So the one that you read where it says there was a man and he had a horse or body and all that, that's fake. Angels coming down, men that had dog heads and all that stuff, all that's fake. And look, that's not hard research. All you do is go on the internet, and even they know that it's fake. But anyway, we'll read some of it. Also, if you read the top part first, and then
Book of Joshua, also called Pseudo Joshua, is an 18th century literary forgery.
It's a what?
Forgery.
It's a forgery, meaning it's fake. So yes, a book of Joshua does exist, but the one that you can buy today, that's not the one that the Bible's on about. The one that we have today is false, forgery. Read on.
It purports to be an English translation by Flaccus Albinus Alcinus of the lost book of Joshua.
So now, for people that read today, they go, well, this book existed a very long time ago, and now the reason why people believe that because with this man Flaccus Albinus Alcinus, I mean, he claimed to have that last book, and it was translated from a manuscript that this man had. Read that.
It is sometimes called Pseudo Joshua to distinguish it from the Midrashic Sefer HaYashar.
Alright, so now they're saying the reason why it's called fake because yes, a real book of Joshua does exist, but the one that we read today ain't that real one. The one that you can buy in W.H. Smith's Amazon, that's not the real one, so that's why they call it fake. They go, it distinguishes it from the correct one. Now, no one knows who has it. No one knows if there's even a record of it that is even existing right now. But even they know to call it fake to distinguish it from the one that is real. Read on.
Book of Upright Ones, Naples, 1552, which incorporates genuine Jewish legend.
Now, of course, it says Jewish because they believe that the so-called white man is that a real Jew. So yes, in history, it is written up in the Bible in 2 Samuel, that's one, and the book of Judges, where it does mention a book of Asher, it does, but the one that you read today, that's not it. You can skip some of that, not all of it.
Reception. The supposed last book was declared an obvious hoax.
It was what?
Declared an obvious hoax.
So the book of Joshua that you can buy and people read it in fake Israelite camps, it's declared as an obvious hoax, meaning so-called white Christian scholars, they read it and they knew this is an obvious hoax, meaning this ain't right. Whoever read this and tried to say it belongs with the Bible, this is obviously a hoax. Someone done an attempt, and it's obviously not right. Read on.
By the monthly review in December of the year of publication, and the printer Jacob Lyon was sentenced in 1756.
So the hanger now, the man that so-called found this book and then wrote it, he was locked up. So people that read this book, it's in the Bible. If you're not reading this, you don't have the complete record of God. When it's not hard to find out, the man that so-called found the book and made everyone read it, it was a hoax, and he was locked up in what, 1756. So the book of Joshua is a lie, it's a hoax. So anyone coming to you with the book of Joshua, that's the word of God. They don't do their research. Read on.
Was sentenced in 1756 to 3 years in jail for this fraud.
For what?
For this fraud.
For this fraud, for writing a book of Joshua, which people read today, the same book of Joshua that you can buy on Amazon, the same book of Joshua that you can buy in W.H. Smith's Waterstones or wherever,
in jail for this fraud and for his radical anti-religious pamphlets.
And his radical anti-religious pamphlets. So this man, Jacob Live, who's also a anti-religious man. Now, back in these times, Christianity was the only religion in the Western Hemisphere. So if you lived in Spain, France, Portugal, Germany, Belgium, Christianity, Catholicism, Pentecostal, those were like the so-called Christian religion. And this man, he was even against them. So he wrote anti-religious pamphlets. So why would you want to read a book of a man that was against so-called Christianity? He didn't even believe in religions that was so-called Bible-based. So you know what I mean? That's a contradiction right there. But yeah, so now this man, you know what I mean? He was locked up 3 years to even writing those books. So why would you read it when that same book that you are reading, the guy that made that book, he was locked up. They knew it was a hoax, and they got locked up because back then Christianity was the only religion around in the West. And for him writing a heretical book, that was a arrestable you know, you got some deep wisdom which nobody else don't have. You're forgetting the main things in the Bible. You're forgetting the key points. So we're going to read Romans 12 and 16, and we're going to show you what like it's all about.
Romans 12 and 16. Be of the same mind, one toward another. Mind not high things,
and that's key. Mind not high things. Now, a lot of people that read these heretical books, they mind high things. They care about the angels that came down. You know what I mean? Certain demons and all that stuff. That's you minding high things. Who cares about the high things when you wake up every day and blacks and Hispanics are poor? They find it hard to pay the rent. We're on drugs, and yet you're out there minding high things. We done?
But condescend.
But what?
Condescend.
But condescend. That word condescend means get down, or in some contexts, go low. Read.
Condescend to men of low estate.
But condescend to a man of a low estate, meaning get down with a man who is down. That man that's, you know what I mean, finding it hard to get off the weed. Get down with that person that's finding it hard to pay the rent. Get down with that person that wants to, you know what I mean, stop alcoholism. Get down with that person. Now you read the book of Joshua and Enoch thinking you're minding the high things. How are you going to condescend to a man of a low estate when all you're talking about is these demons came down and one demon's called this who invented this, one demon's called this who invented war, one demon this who invented lust, one demon this who invented a man's wicked thoughts. You're minding high things, and you can't even condescend to a man of a lower estate, to a man that's sad, to a man that's down. You can't even relate to him. Why? Because you're too busy caring about high things, and the Bible ain't about that. The Bible's about fixing blacks and Hispanics. That's what the Bible's all about. The Bible ain't about. The Bible ain't just about how wise you are. The Bible's about your works and what you're doing and what commandments that you are, and also you following their commandments too. Just, read that one more time.
Be of the same mind, one toward another. Mind not high things, but condescend to men of low estate.
And that's key. Don't mind the high things. Forget about the book of Joshua and angels and demons and warlocks and the sun and the moon and the portals and all that stuff. That's high things. When you're supposed to condescend, meaning you're supposed to get down, you're supposed to see eye to eye with a man that, you know what I mean, find it hard to get off weed, pay the rent, a man that, you know what I mean, just saddened down, wondering why blacks and Hispanics have it so hard.
God.
You know what I mean? You're supposed to care about them things, but yet people that read them books, they don't care about that at all. They think God loves them because they know how the sun rotates and how the moon rotates and the stars being fallen beings and all that stuff. And God don't care about none of that. God wants you to fix his people. God wants you to condescend to men of lower estate. Read on.
Be not wise in your own conceit.
And that's key. Be not wise in your own mind. A conceit is your mind or the way how you think. So don't be wise in your own mind. So now the Lord is letting us know, get down with a man of a lower estate. And if you're not, you're being wise in your own mind. You think, you know, well, okay, they read the Bible. I'm gonna go read some other books, and you know what I mean, I'm gonna get some insight. I'm gonna find out why God done this and what happened with Isaac when he went up in the hill. You know what I mean? This book of Joshua is gonna tell me what happened. In the book of Enoch, it's gonna let me know what happened when 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's you being wise in your own conceits. Read up.
Verse 17. Recompense to no man evil for evil.
That's going into next part. No sweat. All right, let's get Genesis 6:1. So now, you know what I mean? This is where that whole fallen angel doctrine comes from. The whole angels coming down philosophy. So you know what I mean? It wouldn't be right if we didn't go there. So if they was to go to, well, I'll show you in the Bible. This is where they're gonna go to show, you know, angels came down and angels corrupted man and etc.
Genesis 6:1. And it came to pass when men began to multiply on the face of the earth.
All right, so now this is how they break it down. It came to pass, meaning over a massive of time, man began to multiply on the earth. So you mean mankind grew, had kids, families. Read on.
And daughters were born unto them.
Yeah, read on.
And the sons of God saw the daughters of men.
So now, how they break it down is the sons of God are the angelic beings, Michael, Gabriel, Raphael, angels that do the will of the Most High. So now they saw the daughters of men that they was fair. Fair means nice. So you know what I mean. So they now these angels that got wings, 4 heads, which is described out in the Bible. They saw these women and they saw that they was nice. Read on.
And they took them wives of all which they chose.
And they made them their wives. And in the Bible, to make a woman your wife is to have sex with her. So they go, you see now, they saw that they was nice and they had sex with them and they took wives and all that. Read on.
And the Lord said, my spirit shall not always strive with man.
Now there's a contradiction right there. Now, I want to see who understands why it can't be, who understands why it can't be about what they say about these angels coming down. The answer was just right there. If you want to read that part again.
And the Lord said, my spirit shall not always strive with man, for he is also flesh.
So now they say angels came down, but the answer to cut them was just right there. Who knows?
It's basically stated that there were men. There were not angels. There were men.
Let's give her a hand. That's it right there. That's easy. So how can you read verse 2? The angels came down, and then God saying, "My spirit ain't going to strive with man." So God's angry, man. So now when they're multiplying, God's angry. Like man's getting me angry. But if the angels came down, why say my spirit's vexed with Michael, Gabriel, Raphael? You know what I mean? What to do? They go in on the earth having 3 sons of that. You know what I mean? He's not saying that. He's saying my spirit should not strive with man. So God's angry with man. So hang on now. These angelic beings came down, done wrong, and God's not angry with them, but yet He's angry with man. That's a contradiction right there. And the answer is right there. My spirit should not strive with man. So what God saw, it clearly was man. But let's read that again from verse 1. So now that's how you know that they're wrong. So now what is this really on about? Start from verse 1 again.
And it came to pass when men began to multiply on the earth.
So now have in mind this is on about man. So you know what I mean, mankind, we began to you know what I mean, grow on the face of the earth, have kids, their kids had kids, you had grandkids, and etc. And obviously you know what I mean, the population grows on the earth. We done?
And daughters were born unto them. And the sons of God saw the daughters of men.
So now the question is, who are the sons of God? Let's find out. Let's get Luke. We're gonna go back here. Let's get Luke chapter 3 and the 38th verse. So we're gonna find out who these sons of God are.
Luke 3:38. Who was the son of Enos? Who was the son of Seth?
Alright, so this is talking about the genealogy, so you know what I mean. So now from the beginning, Adam had kids, etc. But now it's going backwards. When I can read in this account, read up.
Which was the son of Seth?
Seth.
Which was the son of Adam? Which was the son of God?
Yeah, so now in the Bible, Adam, the first man that got the law, he's called a son of God. So now the people that came from his line, what would they be called? Yeah, they would be called the sons of God. So now in the book of Genesis, it goes the sons of God, meaning the people that came from Adam's line. So Seth, Methuselah, Enoch, they had kids and their kids. And obviously as time went on, families get bigger and they were called the sons of God. Just like today, Israel means what?
Oh, same thing. And they're a prince of the power.
A prince of God. So now back then they were called the sons of God. And in this day, we are called the princes of God. Israel, Yahshua, he is a prince of God. And guess what? We are one race. So even back then, if you came from Adam's line, you was a son of God.
It's basically the same thing. You're a prince, you're son of the king. So you're a prince of God, you're his son. So being son of God, Israel is saying the same thing.
That's right. So the people that God gave these commandments to, so when it says the sons of God, the people that are from Adam's line, you know what I mean? They took them wives, meaning they went out of their race and they took wives, you know what I mean? They went to the nations that was alive. Of course, the Bible doesn't say who they are, their names and that, but you know what I mean? Basically, that's what they done. If you want to read Luke or Genesis, which one was that? Genesis. You know, so you read that.
That the sons of God saw the daughters of men.
So they saw the daughters of men, meaning people that wasn't from their house, people that, you know what I mean, they didn't get the laws, statutes, and commandments. They're called the daughters of men, meaning of every other race. Read on.
That they were fair.
That they was fair, that the day was nice. Read on.
And they took them wives of all which they chose.
And they took them wives. Now, I don't know, depending on which Bible you got, but in mine, it goes to Deuteronomy, the way it goes, you know what I mean? Don't, that basically, you know what I mean? You shouldn't take their daughters unto your sons. Meaning that even some Christians, they know what this is about. Meaning that the sons of God, they went with the daughters of men. And then in the book of Deuteronomy, that's also a law where it goes, you know what I mean? You should not take your daughter unto their son, neither give your son unto them, something like that. You know what I mean? So he's saying the exact same thing, and depending on the Bible you got, that verse is even right there too. You read that?
And they took them wives of all which they chose, and the Lord said, my spirit shall not always strive with man.
So now God's angry, like he's seeing what we're doing, you know what I mean? We're now following their way. It's just like today, you know what I mean? We're right there following Christmas, St. Patrick's Day, Eid, you know what I mean? Doing all of those things. And the same way God's spirit strives with us right now, it was striving with us back then for the breaking of his commandments. Read up.
Yet his days shall be 120 years. There were giants in the earth in those days. So now this is the other part to use. There was giants in the earth in those days. So there you see the sons of God. Now in their understanding, the sons of God are the angels. So they're going to see they had kids,
and there was giants in those days. Now, we've done it before. We went into the Zondervan Bible Dictionary, and a giant doesn't always refer to height. You know what I mean? If someone's rich and they, you know what I mean, they basically run in the earth, they would be what's the word, economical giant. You know what I'm saying? If you own businesses, you got, you know what I mean, riches and all that, you be classed as a giant too. So someone that, you know what I mean, is rich, rich. So yeah, there was giants in those days, men that had, you know what I mean, riches, men that, you know what I mean, ran countries and then whatnot. Read on.
And also after that, when the sons of God came into the daughters of men, and they bare them children, and the same became mighty men.
Now, this is another part they use. The same became mighty men. So they go Hercules and Zeus and Poseidon, Hades, Ares. They can see those mighty men. So those Greek myths, they're true. So you see that the sons of God mixed with men and those giants, and there was mighty men. And that's not what that's not about. If you like to give an answer,
this means they were famous. Like it was known for their looks and mixing. And like today, you say, look, you got good hair, you got this, you got that. That's what renown means, like famous men.
Of a reputation. So you got a reputation for yourself. So yeah, back in them days, men had a name for themselves. We done.
Men of renown, and God saw the wickedness of man.
Of who?
Of man.
Of who?
Of man.
There, so now he said it in verse 3, and now in the 5th verse, God's angry with man. God saw the wickedness of man, not no angels, not Raphael, not Uriel, not Michael, not, you know what I mean, the legions that Yahushua could have called, you know what I mean, not none of them. He saw the wickedness of man. So this is, so now this is a carnal thing, this is a fleshy thing, this is man. Read on.
And the Lord saw that the wickedness of man was great in the earth.
And the wickedness of man, you sit there in the same verse 2 times, the wickedness of man. So now this is about mankind, the wickedness, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? We were the people that had the law and we strayed away, and our imagination of our heart, meaning the thoughts in your mind, was just wicked all the time. Read on.
And that every imagination of the thoughts of his heart was only evil continually.
And it was only evil. After, you know what I mean, we learned their ways, the sons of God chose the daughters of men. Only wickedness was always in our mind. Read on.
And it repented the Lord that he had made man on the earth.
So now people like to use this verse and say that, well, what it repented God that he made man, so God didn't know that man was gonna just do something wrong. That word repent, if you look it up, it means to side. So I mean, he saw the wickedness that man was doing, and he sighed, like, he looks at man like, what are you like doing? So that word repent don't mean God's like, why did I make mankind? No, why? It don't mean that. The word repent, if you look it up, it means to side. So God, he looked at us like, what are you like doing? I gave you laws, statutes, and commandments, and all you're doing is evil. So he sighed at the wickedness that we had done. Read on.
And the Lord said, I will destroy man, whom I have created from the face of the earth, both man and beast, and creeping thing, and fowls of the air.
All right, cool. And we read to verse 6. Let's get to the 17th verse, verse 17.
Verse 17. And behold, I, even I, do bring a flood of waters upon the earth to destroy all flesh, wherein is the breath of life from under heaven, and everything that is in the earth shall die.
Yeah, so because of the wickedness that we had done, God said, you know what, I'm going to flood the whole earth. Everything's gonna die, you know what I mean? Every beast, every man that, you know what I mean, wasn't following their commandments, which comes to find out it was one man and his family and their wives. So now he said why he's going to flood the whole world. Now we're going to go into other accounts in the Bible, and we're going to see if the flood wasn't just man, if it was something else. Let's get Job 22 and verse 15.
Job 22:15. Hast thou marked the old way, which wicked men have trodden.
Now keep that part in mind. How thou mark the what?
The old way.
The old way. So you know what I mean, when is the old? We're gonna find out how old he's on about. Read on.
Which wicked men have trodden.
Which wicked men, evil men, men that would not follow the commandments. Read.
Which were cut down out of time. Whose foundations were overflowed with a flood.
With a what?
With a flood.
So the flood was for wicked men. So Job's talking about the flood, and the flood came upon wicked men. He says, "Have thou marked the way of what old of wicked men, whose way was overthrown with a flood." So the flood came upon wicked men, not no angels, not you know what I mean, some giants that was wiping out mankind and eating one of their resources. The flood happened because of wicked men. Simple as that. So anyone coming to you with a flood happened because mankind was mixed with angels, Nephilim seed, and you know what I mean, people grew tall and they was wiping out mankind. So God had to preserve man, and like that's what happened. No, we're reading it right now where the flood happened because of wicked men. Read on.
We said unto God, depart from us.
And these wicked men, why the flood happened, they said unto God, depart from us. Now, question, did they literally say, depart from us? If anyone would like to answer that. Anyone online, would to answer that? So now, in the book of Job, did a man say, God, I want you to depart? What's that part on about? I'm going to read it one more time.
We say unto God, depart from us.
So now, did they? Yeah. So now, back in Genesis 6, when the flood happened, explaining it was wicked men and why. And these men said, God, depart from us. Now the question is, did they literally say, God, depart from us? That's the question.
Well, they're saying like just like fucked over laws and that.
Pretty much, yeah.
Is that when people say, oh, you threw back in my face? You literally threw in my face, what? You disrespected me, like.
That's right. Whenever someone doesn't follow their commandments, who's obviously black and Hispanic, that's like you saying to God, depart from us. You know what I mean? You didn't literally say them words, but by what you've done, that's what you said. So it doesn't literally mean, you know, they said, God, depart from us. Those men back then, they was wicked. They didn't want to follow the way of the Lord. So it was like as if they said, God, depart from us. You know?
And what can the Almighty do for them?
And what can God do for them? And believe it or not, people say that today as well. You know what I mean? I can do what I want. God doesn't own me. You know what I mean? Now people believe that they are God. You know what I mean? You got Pan-Africanists that believe that they are God. Yet they're not rich. They live in a council house and all that, talking about their God, catching the bus, but yet their God. You know what I mean? I don't understand that. But yet, you know what I mean? And that's what they thought back then. They were saying wicked men that, well, what can God do for us? We're going to take the daughters of men. We're going to do what we want to do. Read on.
Yet he filled their houses with good things.
Yet he done what?
Filled their houses with good things.
Now, he done that. Why? Because they were the sons of God. And you know what I mean? Remember, if you follow God's commandments, you would receive everything. So at one point, God filled their houses with them goods and everything. But what happened? They saw the daughters of men and that they was fair, and they sinned against them. So God looked after them. But then what did they do? They went after the evil imaginations of their heart, like he said in Genesis 6 and 5. Read on.
But the counsel of the wicked is far from me.
Right, so now that part's going to his conversation, but you know what I mean? The point being, the flood happened for wicked men that said, you know what I mean? God, depart. You know what I mean? We don't want to know. And yet God filled their houses with many things, meaning God looked after them. Let's get another one. Let's go into Apocrypha, Ecclesiasticus, the 40th chapter and 1.
By the way, I noticed.
So, I got the protection
Ecclesiasticus
and the 40th chapter, and then just read verse 1.
In the Apocrypha, the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 40, verse 1, great travail is created for every man.
All right. So now, the reason why we're going to start at verse 1, just to let you know that this is talking about man. So you know what I mean? Great travail is created for every man. So hard times is made for every man. Read on.
And a heavy yoke is upon the sons of Adam.
And a heavy yoke is upon the sons of Adam. Why? Because when he sinned, he said, you know what I mean? You will have to work hard in Genesis 3 and 16. Read on.
From the day that they will go out of their mother's womb till the day that they return to the mother of all things.
Yeah, so now, what verse 1 is let you know, the context is about man. Now, you don't have to work hard from the day that you're born till the day that you die. So, you know what I mean? You got people out there talking about, I'm going to work hard, it's hard. Well, the answer is right here. It's meant to be that way. Once Adam sinned in Genesis 3:16, he goes, you know what I mean? You're going to have to work by the sweat of your brow to mean that anything you want as a man, you're going to have to work for it now. Now from there, skip to verse 8.
Such things happen unto all flesh, both man and beast, and that is sevenfold more upon sinners.
Yes, so now wicked things happen to people that don't follow the commandments of God. To set in is to break the commandments. Read on.
Death and bloodshed, strife and sword, calamities, famine, tribulation, and the scourge.
Yeah. So now, what the Bible is saying is these things: death, famine, the sword, and the scourge. These things are made for people that don't want to follow the commandments of God. Read on.
These things are created for the wicked, and for their sakes came the flood.
And for what?
And for their sakes came the flood.
So the flood came upon wicked men, men that did not want to follow the law. We just read it right there. If you want to read that the 10th verse again. These
things are created for the wicked, and for their sakes came the flood.
And for their sakes, that there is the wicked, the one that sinners, the one that don't want to follow his commandments. They say, for their sakes came that flood, that same flood in Genesis. Ain't got nothing to do with fallen angels, Nephilim, Rephaim, but you know what I mean? Everyone got a name for one of them. And the flood came for wicked men. He's saying for their sakes, these same wicked men, the flood came. So it's right there. So no one will need to believe in, no one doesn't need to be believing that flood happened because some fallen angels seed on the earth and God was trying to wipe it out and all that. When the Bible's telling you in the book of Job and in the Apocrypha, the flood came for wicked men, sinners, men that don't want to follow his law. You know what I mean? It's here, it's right there, you know what I mean? And they can't bring us books because, as we just read, they're fake. And the guy, Jacob Live, that even wrote the book out, he got locked up for 3 years for even bringing it out. Everyone knew it was a obvious hoax. And I'm not using my words, that's the words that the Wikipedia even said too. All right, so now that's one that we use. Now Genesis 6 ain't on about that. You got something? No. So now Genesis 6 ain't talking about fallen angels, talking about wicked men that sin, and God flooded the earth for the wickedness that they had done. So let's get another one. Let's get Numbers, the 13th chapter and verse 33. So this is another one that they love to use. So you know what I mean? We have to go there just to let you know that it's a lie. And if you was to read it, it's not saying what they think it's saying. Can you get that?
And they saw the giants, the sons of Anak.
So now this is how they would break it down. We saw the giants, the sons of Anak. Now in their understanding, Anak means Anakims or anarchy, which are these fallen beings that came down and taught man wisdom and all that stuff. And Anak don't mean that. If you read a Bible dictionary, Anak was a man, and obviously his kids would call them Anakims. So it's got nothing to do with fallen angels and angels coming down, teaching man wisdom and all that. Anak doesn't have nothing to do with that at all. Read on.
The sons of Anak, which came of the giants.
Oh, so now they go, but the sons of Anak, they came of the giants. So they can see that was the fallen angels, and they come from them. Read.
And we were in their own sight as grasshoppers.
And they go, you see, we was as grasshoppers in their sight. So they think these sons of Anak were like 100 feet tall, and us or we was as a grasshopper in like their sight. And the sad thing is, if you was to read 3 verses up, the answer is right there. But what we're gonna do, we're gonna start from verse 1. Now we're not gonna read it all the way down, but we're gonna get the key parts out of it, and we're gonna show you that there was no one as grasshoppers in their sight. There was no one that tall that, you know what I mean, we was as a grasshopper in their sight. Can you get that 1 second? Yeah, Numbers 13:1.
Numbers 13:1. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Send out men, that they may search the land of Canaan, which I give unto the children of Israel.
All right. So now, before we got the land, we were sent to get the land, meaning have a look at the land, see if the land's nice, you know what I mean? See, you know what I mean? Like, it was basically bring a report back on the land, reader.
Every tribe of their fathers shall ye send a man, every one a ruler among them. And Moses, by the command of the Lord, sent them from the wilderness of Paran. All those men were heads of the children of Israel.
All right, so now he sent these men to go and scout the land, see if the land is nice. You know what I mean? Just to basically bring a report back on the land. All right, skip to the 17th verse now.
Verse 17. And Moses sent them to spy out of the land of Canaan, and said unto them, Get ye up this way southward, and go up into the mountains, and see the land, what is, and the people that dwell therein.
Now he told him, have a look at the land and those that dwell therein. So in the land at that time you had Canaanites, Amorites, Hittites, Jebusites, you mean Amalekites. So you know what I mean? He's saying, you know what I mean? Just have a look at them, read on.
Whether they be strong or weak.
Now, as you read them down, keep that part in mind, whether they are strong or weak. So he's saying, yes, look at them, but see if they're strong, see if they have lots of weapons, armory, see if they're strong or weak. So if you have to fight with them, let's know, you know what I mean, if they're strong or they're weak. Read on.
Few or many, and what the land is that they dwell in, whether it be good or bad, and what cities they be that dwell in, whether in tents or in strongholds.
And that's another part there, whether it be tents or strongholds. So now, I'm not going to obviously break it down now, because we're going to read them down. But he's telling him, look at these main things. So see whether they live in tents or they live in strongholds, meaning places that have walls, high houses, castles, you know what I mean? Things like that. Read on.
And what the land is, whether it be fat or lean.
So the word fat, it doesn't mean like fat as in weight. Fat means it's a resourceful land where it's got lots of grapes, iron, metal, copper, aluminium, meaning if the land's fat, and lean means thin, meaning it's a land that doesn't really have much. Apples hardly grow. What else? Blackberries hardly grow. You know what I mean? Whether it's fat or lean, whether it's a land that there is resources there, or it's a land that there really isn't. Read on.
Whether there be wood therein or not, and be ye of good courage, and bring of the fruit of the land.
And that's another part. He's telling them, be courageous when you're there. Why? Because he knew that when they went there, there's always going to be one person who's going to be afraid. They're like, yo, honestly, I don't know if we can even do this. You know what I mean? There's lots of people there, Canaanites, Hittites. So you always tell them, when you're spying out the land, don't be afraid to. Read on.
Now the time was the time of the first ripe grapes. So they went and searched the land from the wilderness of Zin unto Rahab, and came to Hamath, and they ascended by the south and came to Hebron.
Right. Now, with them, that part there, that's talking about where they went with. in your own time, you can read that. We're just reading this just to get to a point. Right. Yeah, skip to verse 25.
And they returned from searching of the land after 40 days.
So now these men, they return. So they've seen whether the people are strong or weak, whether they live in strongholds or tents. So now they're coming back to give their report. Read on.
And they went and came to Moses and to Aaron and to all the congregation of the children of Israel unto the wilderness of Paran to Kadesh, and brought back word unto them, and said unto all the congregation, and showed them the fruit of the land. And they told him and said, we came into the land whither thou sentest us, and surely it floweth with milk and honey, and this is the fruit of it.
So now the first part of the report was, yeah, it's a good land. It flows naturally, milk and honey. I mean, it's a resourceful land. So yeah, they are giving a good report. But we done.
Nevertheless, the people be strong that dwell in the land.
So now the bad part was they're saying that the people that dwell in the land, they're strong. So I mean, the people there, they got good weapons, armor, rank. You know what I mean, they had things that we did not have. Do keep in mind, we was in the wilderness of Paran at this time. So these people that are just in like tents and that, while them they got castles, strongholds. You know what I mean? They got factories making weapons. So it's like, yo, like the people, they are stronger than us. You know.
And moreover, we saw the children of Anak there. Nevertheless, the people be strong that dwell therein in the land, and cities and walls and very great.
So it's kind of like in these places, the walls are great. Meaning they got some high, thick walls. You can go online, and back in them days, to basically protect a land, the wall was high. The wall was like as thick as like this room right here. Thick walls, bricks, and like really thick. So to get through that, it took a lot of work. So he's like, you know what? The walls are high and protected. You know what I mean? Even though they're giving a good part, they're also giving a bad part. Like, yo, them walls are high. We can't take that land. Look at that wall. How are we who just dwell in a tent? How are we gonna get through walls like in that? And it's like also too, that's how you know that those giant Satanists and giant beings, what giant that's 100 feet high needs a wall? You're this high giant that's 100 feet tall. Why are you gonna have a wall? So now if you have a wall, how high is that wall? It has to drop.
Yeah, but the same thing. If you're a giant, then the wall to protect the giant must be tall. Must be space.
Yeah, so a giant needs a wall to protect himself. So it's obvious that it's not about height, but really read on.
And moreover, we saw the children of Anak there, and the Amalekites dwell in the land of the south, and the Hittites, and the Jebusites, and the Amorites dwell in the mountains, and the Canaanites dwell by the sea, by the coast of Jordan. And Caleb stilled the people before Moses.
So now the people got afraid. So he had to calm them down. You know what I mean? You had some people scared, screaming, "Oh no, we can't take the land!" Oh, don't screaming like that. He's like, no, please, people, calm down. You know what I mean? He had to make them relax because that part of the report, those men was afraid. They're like, nah, like look at the walls and like with the sons of Anak, and they're right there. We can't take them. Marina.
Verse 30. And Caleb stilled the people before Moses and said, "Let us go up at once and possess it, for we are well able to overcome it."
Yeah, so he had something which they did not have, and it's called faith. You know what I mean? They were all scared. They got very carnal, not knowing that the Lord is with them. They got calm, like look at the walls, and they're stronger than us. They got armor. They got, you know what I mean, body armor, javelins. You know what I mean, walls high. They got people making weapons day in, day out. Rita.
But the men that went up with him said, "We are not able to go up against the people, for they are stronger than we."
So now they said, "No, Listen, you're talking about go and possess the land. F that. Listen, them people are stronger than we. We are not doing it. We don't.
Verse 32. And they brought up an evil report of the land.
So now they brought up a what?
An evil report of the land.
Now, if you want, you can look it up in a Strong's kind of coordinates. That word evil right there is a slander. Look it up. And the word slander means a lie. So everything they said after this is a lie. So now, when like he's like, you know what, we can take the land. They said no, we would not be able to go in. Then they brought up a lying report. Read on. So now, so now, what they said after this is a lie. Read on.
And they brought up an evil report of the land which they had searched unto the children of Israel, saying, the land through which we have gone to search it is a land that eateth up the inhabitants thereof.
There, so because they didn't want to go to war, they even started to lie, so that the land eateth up its inhabitants. Which, come on, like what land does that? I've never known of no land that eats up somebody. So what you say? There's some like, what would that be equivalent of today? Like, yeah. Basically, that is lying, saying that land's full of quicksand. It basically eats up its inhabitants. Why? Because he's lying. Because he is afraid to go and possess the land. So first the land was nice. Now all of a sudden he's lying, saying, no, we don't want that land. Why? Because the land eats up its inhabitants. Read on.
And all the people that we saw in it are men of great stature. And there we saw the giants, the sons of Anak, which come from the giants, and we were in our sight as grasshoppers.
Yeah, so now people that read and go see, we was as grasshoppers in their sight. It was a lie because these men did not want to go in and possess the land. So now they're telling everyone a lie. Listen, the Anaks are like grasshoppers in their sight. Do not go and possess the land. Why? Because they was afraid.
And even though it's a lie, when they say be like grasshoppers, you know what literally mean grasshoppers? Like, do you believe that?
Come on,
they mean like they're strong, they're built, they're organized, they got armor, you know what I mean? Like little grasshoppers. It's like people say I'm crushing like a bug, like you see like the big man, like grasshoppers inside me. You know, people say you're nothing to me, it's small to me.
Yeah, that's right. So that's all what it was. Everything there was a lying report, it wasn't true. You know what I mean? So anyone that reads and go, you see, so of course 4 religions had existed, and the people are mad hype because we was as grasshoppers in their sight. But if you read on down, it was a lie. These people was lying because they was afraid to go and possess the land. Just like today, for argument's sake, if we was to do camp and so on, was like afraid. The best camp spot is where everyone is. Someone who's afraid, 9 times out of 10, where would they want to have camp?
Around the back, or somewhere quiet.
Somewhere quiet. And of course now, they will get so afraid, they will start to lie. Well, you know, there's nowhere to set up camp there. You can't do it there. Police are there. You mean you're gonna get arrested if we set up camp there? And all that happens because the person is afraid. And just like back then, they was afraid to possess the land. That's why they lied, saying that the land eats up its inhabitants, and that we are as grasshoppers in their sight. All that was done simply for the fact that they was afraid. The priest in the Apocrypha about don't consult with a coward in matters of war. It's as simple as that. Where you find that from? So you know what I mean? That's in the Apocrypha, which we're gonna get about. You don't talk to a coward on matters of war. Why? Because he's afraid. Of course, he's gonna tell you not to fight. He's gonna say, I mean, it's not worth it. Why? Because he's a coward. And it was the same thing with these men right here. They're gonna say anything to not go and possess the land. They eat us up. We were as grasshoppers in their sight. You know what I mean? They're gonna say whatever because they're afraid. When you get that.
The book of Ecclesiastes, in the Apocrypha, the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 37, verse 11. Neither consult with a woman, touching her of whom she is jealous.
Right, so now, as you read on down, it's giving you some wise understanding. So now, if a woman hates someone else, it's not wise for you to go to her asking for advice. Why? Because she doesn't like her. So what do you expect? She's gonna give you all the bad advice. I mean, she's a bitch. You know what I mean? Lay down with 11 man and all that stuff. You know what I mean? You're gonna get all those things. Why? Because she hates her. Read on.
Neither with a coward in matters of war.
Yeah, so you don't talk to a coward in matters of war. He's afraid. Of course, he's gonna tell you not to fight. He's gonna tell you have camp in the most quietest place. He's gonna say, you know what I mean? Don't speak loud on the mic. You know what I mean? He's gonna tell you all kinds of things because he's a coward. You should not go to him for any advice. And also that applies to this. These men was afraid. That's why they lied so that we would not go and fight to get the land. So there was no one as grasshoppers in their sight, literally. I mean, you was like here and these men were like way tall. It's not about that. The men were afraid and they would say anything to make the people be afraid and be a coward just like them. As easy as that, as simple as that. Right. And now with Anna, if you can just get him out of a Bible dictionary. Yeah. So now when it says we was as grasshoppers in their sight, Anak was a man, and we're going to read it in the Zondervan Bible dictionary. All the whole Anakim and giants and stuff like that. That's a lie. Anak was a African who had African kids, and you know what I mean? It's just as easy as that.
Anak for the Zondervan Bible dictionary, Hebrew Anak means long neck.
So long neck, so you know what I mean? One of his attributes or in his genes that he had a long neck, so that's why he got that name. You know?
An ancestor of Anakim. Anakim, also called sons of Anak,
yeah,
or Anakim. The spies compared them to giants.
Yeah, we don't.
Also, they are reckoned among the Rephaim. 3 chiefs of Anak were in Hebron. From dying of the spies to Caleb took it. Remnants of them remained in Gaza, Gath, and Ashdod.
Yes, now later on in the Bible, remnants of them remain, but Anak was just a man. You know what I mean? He was with the Rephaims, which was another family of Hamites. What was the part about they took their home in Hebron, something like that?
Yeah, you know, 3 chiefs of Anakim were in Hebron. Numbers 32.
All right. There's one where it explains where even Anakim come from about Kajef Arba, which means house of Arba, and that was his dad. So you know what I mean? Anak wasn't no fallen angel being stuff like that. He was just a man, and it's called long necks. You know what I mean? Some people got long necks even now. So what then? Doesn't mean that they are a descendant of some angelic demon. But what that mean?
It's like, especially them Hamite, they put them rings around their neck and stretch their neck in it, some of them. So they still do that today.
So you know what I mean? That doesn't mean anything. Just because someone's called long neck doesn't mean that there's some descendant of some fallen beings. Like that doesn't mean anything. Some people got abnormally long hands, or what? Then you're gonna look at him and go, his family, mom was slept with some angel like 100 years ago. You know what I mean? Where does it end? As simple as that. Right, let's get Genesis 10 and 13. Now, all these African families, they're mentioned in the Bible: Anak, Canaan, the Rephaims. All of them are here, and we're going to read it right now.
No.
Genesis 10:13. And Mizraim begat Ludim.
All right. So now in the Bible, Mizraim, does anyone know who that is, or what land did they occupy? Mizraim. Egypt. Yeah. So now he's the father of the Egyptians. So he begat someone called Ladim, and what's the other one? Anamim.
And Anamim.
And a lot of you don't know Anamim. That's where, you know what I mean, some people get the word so-called Anakim from. Anamim, read on.
And Lehabim, and Napotim, and Padashlim, and Casluim, out of whom came the Philistine.
There, so from a man called Casluim, out of him came the Philistine, meaning the Philistines. So in the Bible, Philistines come from a man. So which is key because people like to use Goliath as an example of these fallen beings. Because you know what I mean, within Goliath, he was 9'6". But Goliath's family tree, if you want to call it, is right here. I mean, his greatest granddad came from a man called Casluim. It's easy as that. So Goliath was just a very tall man, not no fallen angels, not no Nephilim being stuff. His genealogy is traced back to a man. Read on.
And Catherine and Canaan begat Zidon, the firstborn of Heth, and the Jebusite, and the Amorite, and the Girgashite, and the Hivite, and the Arkite, and the Sinite, and the Avidite, and the Chemorite, and the Hamathite, and afterward were the families of Canaanites spread abroad.
And that's key. So were the families of the Canaanites spread abroad, meaning that there was even more families of them which ain't even written here. So you know what I mean, there's some in the Bible you may even go, you know what I mean, like, where are they from? They were just another family of Canaanites. It was not fallen angels. Just, you know what I mean, it's family of Africans that throughout there. Just like today, you go to certain parts of Africa, you have one patch here where this family dwells. You go to another part is there, and in the land of Canaan, it was the exact same way. Hittites there, Amorites there, Canaanites down south, Philistines here. But yet, they was all related, nothing to do with fallen angels. These were just simply men. You don't understand. All right, let's get the book of Enoch. It's online. It's a bit about the book of Enoch.
Which one in the Bible?
Oh no, it's on Google. It's an article called "The Book of Enoch," not with like a exclamation mark.
No.
Scroll down. It's the Book of Enoch, not that. That should be the headline. But man, it was fun through this one. But even that, like, if you was to read it, if we get it, yeah, if you was to get it, it shows you all the contradictions that it has in it, and that it's not a biblical book where they found it, what language it was in. It's written in Ge'ez, which say Ethiopian language, written that front to back. You mean that even today, Ethiopian Jewish people and better Israel, which is like Ethiopian Jewish people in the land, they love that book. But yet, so-called white Jewish man, even he knows that that's not an authentic book, and say that, you know what I mean, where it came from and how that book is not a biblical book. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
any question online? Yeah, so you know what I mean, that's key, that fallen angels and all of that stuff there does not exist there. There's lots which they like to use some other ones. Right. 2 Peter about Christ, where you went to hell, or you dare say, like it was quickened in the spirit. Look at 2 Peter's. Let me find that. Remember the last chapter. Peter's or John, I'm looking for it on my phone. What's it called? He suffered for sins, the just for the unjust. For the unjust. It is 1 Peter 3:18.
1 Peter 3:18. For Christ also has suffered for sins, the just for the unjust.
Yes, now with Christ, he was the just man, he was the righteous one, he followed the Lord, and we was the unjust. We were the people that did not, and he died for us. Him being just, him being a man that lived a perfect life, a life where he did not break not one commandment, and he died for us. That's what it says, the just for the unjust. Read up.
That he might bring us to God.
That's what, Saki, that what?
That he might bring us to God.
That through his death, it might bring us to God, meaning it will give us another chance. Read up.
Being put to death in the flesh, but quickened by the Spirit, by which also he went and preached unto the spirits in prison.
All right, so now people use this verse and go, well, you know what I mean? In the Spirit, he preached unto those in prison. So now they believe in hell, those people locked up, and in the Spirit, he went to them and he preached unto them. Now, is this verse saying this? And you can be honest and not, you know what I mean? No one is going to look at you upside down for if you believe it or not. But from what you read, does it sound like that? Okay, you want to read that one more time?
For Christ hath also suffered for sins, the just for the unjust, that he might bring us to God, being put to death in the flesh, but quickened by the Spirit, by which also he went and preached unto the spirits in prison.
All right, so now, does it sound like once Christ died, his spirit went somewhere and he taught some spirits locked up? After hearing that verse, you know what I mean? You got people out there that basically believe that, you know what I mean? They're going to, after he died, he went into hell and he, you know what I mean, preached them, you know what I mean? Everyone that was locked up. And sad thing is that verse saying that as well. So, but from your understanding, what's that saying?
That's like the people in like what we do today, same thing. Like people go to hell and preach to the people in prison and things. Well, we do that too.
You're close. You're almost there.
Let me read the verse one more time. The last bit.
By which also he went and preached unto the spirits in prison.
Yeah, like people do like and them things.
Yeah, well,
we don't know better.
Let's leave behind that. That's it. It's not right. Now, he's not talking about people that are locked up behind bars and how can Christ go and getting whipped in the back. He's talking about us. We are in a prison. When you're in sin, you are bound to it. Hold that. Let's get Isaiah 61:1. So now this is prophesying about Yahweh, or people call him Jesus. So now it says here he spoke to those that was in prison. Now Isaiah 61 is going to explain his job.
Isaiah 61:1. The Spirit of the Lord is upon me.
Now hold that. I want you to go back to 2 Peter's about he was quickened by the Spirit. So you know what I mean? You're going to just
for Christ have one suffered for sins, the just for the unjust, that he might bring us to God, being put to death in the flesh, but quickened by the Spirit.
So now that same spirit that was in it, in Isaiah 61, he said that spirit is upon me. So that's that same spirit that we are on about. We don't.
So,
Isaiah
61:1. The Spirit of the Lord is upon me, because the Lord have anointed me to preach good tidings.
So to do what?
Preach good tidings.
So when it said in the other one, he preached to those in prison houses. What's it say here? To preach to you, to preach good tidings. We don't.
To the meek.
Yeah.
He has sent me to bind up the brokenhearted.
The brokenhearted. So when it says in the other one, those in prison, over here in the spirit, he preached to the meek and the broken hearted, meaning people that are depressed, people that are just meek and down. You know what I mean? Find life hard, don't know what to do. So when it says a prison house, it's not talking about a literal prison house. It's about you in sin, you looking for a way out. That's the equivalent of like being locked up, if everyone understands. It had nothing to do with someone literally in hell behind bars with a demon whipping their back and all that. It ain't all about that. It's talking about people that, you know what I mean, are just down, sad,
to proclaim liberty to the captives.
To do what?
To proclaim liberty to the captives.
So if you're in a prison house, what does that make you?
Captive.
A captive. So it's saying the same thing. So it's got nothing to do with demons and hell and Christ going into hell. What it has to do with people that are in sin, people that don't know who they are, people that, you know what I mean, fighting hard to fight sin, and Christ, Yahushua, his job was to come to free us from that, to not make us a captive to our sins anymore. That's what it's all about, reader.
And the opening of the prison to them that are bound.
And what?
Opening of the prison to them that are bound.
So in the other one we read, those in prison, here it's saying the same thing. Open the prison to them that are bound. So no one's literally locked up. Just that, you know what I mean? People don't know the Bible if you're not in here. If you're in these walls, trust me, it's a benefit to you, you know what I mean? You got people that think, I can go online and learn the Bible. I'm gonna watch a piece of this and a piece of that, and you won't learn it, you know what I mean? You think you are, but you're not, you know what I mean? They trying to read that part again about prison.
To proclaim liberty to the captives and the opening of the prison to them that are bound.
And there, so we are bound in sin. We are a captive. So that's what it's talking about when he preached to those in prison, meaning the people that are bound in sin, you know what I mean? They can't get out of it. There's another one, I believe, Isaiah 42. Yeah, Isaiah 42:1. And it's saying the same thing again. The spirit, people being locked up. Like that concept is all throughout the Bible. When you get it. Isaiah 42:1.
Isaiah 42:1. Behold my servant, whom I uphold.
So now the servant who God upholds is Yahushua. That's the servant who he raised up. You know what I mean? He opposed him. He knew that, you know what I mean, he would come on the earth and he would redeem us again for all the sins that we have done. That's why he's upheld.
In whom my soul delighteth. I have put my spirit upon him.
Now, have in mind, in Isaiah, the spirit of the Lord is upon me. In the other one, you know what I mean, he was quickened by that. He was quickened by the image as well. So now twice, he's saying the same thing. And even over here, I put my irit upon him. So now that's 3 times saying the same thing. Read on.
Okay. I have put my spirit upon him. He shall bring forth judgment to the Gentiles.
He's going to bring forth judgment to the Gentiles. Now, that's a class in itself, but in some contexts, Gentiles are scattered Israelites. So he's going to also give them away. All right, let's get to the part. My people. Yeah, skip to the. Skip to verse 6.
Verse 6. I, the Lord, have called thee in righteousness, and will have thine hand, and will keep thee, and will give thee for a covenant of my people.
Yes, so now with Yahushua, he was a covenant for us. It was an agreement. If he died, we get another chance back. Read on.
For a light to the Gentiles, to open the blind eyes,
read on.
To bring out the prisoners from the prison.
Yeah, so there you go again. That's a prison being mentioned again. So it's got nothing to do with someone in hell behind bars. And in this one, it's even better. It goes to open blind eyes. So, you know what I mean? We don't know who we are. We're following other religions. We're following other philosophies. That's why we have blind eyes. Then it goes to bring out the prisoners. So that's how you get locked up when like you're in sin. You don't know who you are. So Christ was literally in hell preaching to souls that was locked up. It was people that was lost, and he was a light to them. He was a light to them when he came and he turned, and he's a light to us right now as well. Read on.
To open the blind eyes, to bring out the prisoners from the prison, and them that sit in darkness out of the prison houses.
And then they come to bring them that sit in darkness, and that's us. We're in darkness. We don't know who we are. You know what I mean? We just think we're African. You know what I mean? You think Christianity is the religion for blacks and Hispanics, and for that sake, that's why you were sitting in darkness. Read on.
I am the Lord, that is my name, and my glory I will not give to another.
Right. That part's going into something else. There's one in Acts, I think Acts 10 and 38. About Acts 10, they have believed about. Acts 10 and verse 38. So now in Isaiah, the Spirit was upon him. He preached to those that was in prison. So now in Acts, he's saying the same thing, but he's wording it in like another way. Read that.
Acts 10:38. How God anointed Yahushua of Nazareth with the Holy Spirit.
So now here it's saying the same thing in Isaiah. The Spirit of the Lord is upon me. Spirit in Isaiah. The other one we read, and it's saying the same thing again. How he was anointed with the Holy Spirit.
He went about doing good and healing all them that were oppressed of the devil.
Yeah, so being a prison house is like being what?
Oppressed of the devil.
Yeah, so that's it right there. So as again, he didn't teach no one in hell. He's preaching to people that, you know what I mean, that basically the devil was on their back. They couldn't start fighting sin. So that's what 2 Peter 3 and 18 is about, where he preached unto souls in prison. You know what I mean? All throughout the Bible, it's saying the same thing. He came and he woke those up that was in darkness, those that was oppressed by the devil. So all throughout the Bible, it's saying the same thing. Let's get back to 2 Peter 3 and 18, and I think that'll be the last one. What's time? Right.
2 Peter 3 and 18. But grow. 3 and 18. First Peter 3 and 18. For Yahushua also have once suffered for sins, the just for the unjust, that he might bring us to the Most High, being put to death in the flesh, but quickened by the Spirit, by which also he went and preached unto the spirits in prison.
Yeah, so he preached to us. We was in darkness. We didn't know who he was. So that's the understanding of that. So remember now, no fallen angels, no demons in hell, no demons locked up. Book of Joshua alive, Book of Enoch alive. And with that, we're going to get to the announcements and the prayers a lot.
I.S.U.P.K security announcements. We are I.S.U.P.K. We are the I.S.U.P.K. started out 1 West 150 Harlem, New York. Other commanders in the Halal rule for new brothers and sisters. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they're offering this for 6 months. They have to be saluted only. They're here to shed themselves in the world. It's an interpretation of the teaching around it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6 month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes is a commandment. Book of Numbers chapter 18 verse 21. The book of Malachi chapter 3 verse 8 to 10. Ma'isha is the 10th in the Hebrew. That's 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Give to the treasury department or to a teacher. Priest fund, not mandatory, whatsoever man you would like. Upcoming holy convocations. Feast of trumpets. There's a feast of trumpets coming up. All Akim and Agaf, check the bulletin board in the hallway. Remember to check all I.S.U.P.K social media. You know what I'm saying? Share the links and all that. If anyone wants to become a trooper in the school, start wearing all black, boots, shirts, pants, headband, scarf. And with that, let's rise and face the east. Lord's prayer. Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, Kodash, Haya, Shamka, Yahawah, Malakavka, Zaka, Haya, Aisha, Baratza, Kawa, Haya, Bashamayim, the fun, the Famanawa, Kam, Kal, Yawam, Laknawa, I know one. One is a one. A ball. I will shine on. Ayan. Right. Kaya. Naka. Hamalakwa. Wa'ala. I will love you. I will love you. Aman.
And in English, I'll put Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name.
Hallowed be thy name.
Thy kingdom come.
Thy kingdom come.
Thy will be done.
Thy will be done
in earth, as it is in heaven.
As it is in heaven.
Give us this day.
Give us this day
our daily bread.
Our daily bread.
And forgive us our debts.
And forgive us our debts.
As we forgive our debtors.
As we forgive our debtors.
And lead us not.
And lead us not
into temptation.
Into temptation.
But deliver us.
But deliver us
from evil.
From evil.
For thine is the kingdom.
Thine is the kingdom.
And the power.
And the power.
And the glory.
And the glory.
Forever.
Forever.
So be it.
So be it.
Prayer. The Hakah for the power. Yahawah, Hashem Yahushai,
Baba Kusha, Fandalawa, Haka, Lapa'a, Kamakla, Wakal Madawa, Haka, Lataha, Matazarayam, Haka, Lahakoyam, Hamafiam, Haka, El Rakwa, Awakawa, Hamatala, Hatama Ala,
Lagarashan,
Hashem Yahushai, Wada Aman.
And the English, Yahawah,
Yahawah,
the name of Yahushai,
the name of Yahushai.
Please give us the
Please give us the power
to heal,
the power to heal
all manner of sickness,
all manner of sickness,
and all manner of disease.
And all manner of disease.
The power to cleanse the lepers.
The power to cleanse the lepers.
The power to raise the dead.
The power to raise the dead.
The power against unclean spirits.
The power against unclean spirits.
To cast them out.
To cast them out.
In the name of Yahushua.
In the name of Yahushua.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So be it.
So be it.
Blessings. Barak for Yahweh.
Barak for Yahweh.
Yahushua.
Wa Yahushua. Wa Yaka'ala. Wa Alahayim.
Mataza bi'a.
Mataza bi'a.
Alawak Yahanna.
Alawak Yahanna.
Alawakyam.
Ha Alawakyam. Ha Suranyam.
Yamyam.
Ha Kusayamyam.
Ha Akwakyam.
Ha Akwakyam.
Ha Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Ba'ashim.
Ba'ashim. Yahushua. The water.
Amen. And in the English. Bless you, Yahweh.
Bless you, Yahweh.
And Yahushua.
And Yahushua.
And Michael.
And Michael.
And the angels.
And the angels.
Commanding General Yohanna.
Commanding General Yohanna.
The generals.
The generals.
The captains.
The captains.
The officers.
The officers.
The troopers.
The troopers.
And the sisters.
And the sisters.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of Yahushua.
In the name of Yahushua.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So be it.
So be it.
Blessed are you, Yahweh.
Blessed are you, Yahweh.
King of heaven and earth.
King of heaven and earth.
And all things living.
And all things living.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of Yahushua.
In the name of Yahushua.
Listen to us now.
Listen to us now.
Right now.
Right now.
Send send the evils.
Send evil.
And curses.
And curses.
And punishment.
And punishment.
And destruction.
And destruction.
And death.
And death.
To the even.
And death to the heathen.
That speak against us.
That speak against us.
Thy prophets.
Thy prophets.
The
teachers.
The princes.
The princes.
The priests.
The priests.
The Israelite brothers.
The Israelite brothers.
And the school.
And the school.
Send the evils.
Send evils.
And curses.
And curses.
And punishment.
And punishment.
And destruction.
And destruction.
And death.
And death.
To the even.
To the heathen.
And shall use the pockets.
And shall use the pockets.
Of the rich of Israel.
Of the rich of Israel.
That refuse to give.
That refuse to give.
To the school.
To the school.
Force their riches.
Force their riches.
To enter into thy sanctuary.
To enter into thy sanctuary.
Send the evils.
The evils.
And curses.
And curses.
And punishment.
And punishment.
And destruction.
And destruction.
And death.
And death.
To the Edomites.
To the Edomites.
And the Asians.
And the nations.
And the drug dealers.
And the drug dealers.
The court system.
The court system.
The prison system.
The prison system.
Planned Parenthood.
Planned Parenthood.
All the governments of our enemies.
All the governments of our enemies.
Amalek's in the gods and armies.
Amalek synagogues and armies.
Roman Catholic Church.
Roman Catholic Church.
The Pope. Islam.
Christianity.
Egyptology.
Militia.
Ku Klux Klan.
Aryan
Nation.
Skinheads. Pastor Matazi.
The gay movement.
The gay movement.
The lesbian movement.
The lesbian movement. Spies.
Workers of witchcraft. NASA space program. Army.
Navy.
Air Force.
Marines.
Wall Street.
Open up the internet.
And the airways.
The
cable access channels.
The radio channels. And the radio channels. Convict the spirit.
Of any of thy people.
That
seek to stop us. And brings with death.
To
all the heathen. That stand in the way. Or try to stop us. From broadcasting. Your word. Throughout the planet Earth. Let loose all the terrorists. Cause them to shake. Cause them to go to and fro. Through the earth and destroy. Cause the terrorists to come against America. And against the UK. And destroy them in their strongholds. Let America shake. Let the UK shake. At the hands of the terrorists.
At the hands of the terrorists.
Let Yahweh shine.
Let Yahweh shine.
Michael and Gabriel. Come down with the flying horses.
Come down with the flying saucers.
And kill all the heathen.
And kill all the heathen.
That come up against us.
That come up against us.
Speak thy word.
And speak thy word.
Call it to be known by all.
Call it to be known by all.
That is the angels that have done it.
That is the angels that have done it.
Call it to be spread.
Call it to be spread.
Through the media.
Through the media.
Throughout the whole world.
Throughout the whole world.
Call them to shake it thy coming.
Call them to shake it thy coming.
In the name of Yahweh.
In the name of Yahweh.
Thank you always.
Thank you always.
So be it.
So be it.
Bless you.
Yahweh,
Hashem Yahweh, Barakanawa, Yash'ala,
Wayab, Wahab
Bayaf,
Sapayam,
Barak, Rapa, Magan,
The Gordon family,
the Gordon family,
Bennett family,
Kandi
Kandi
family,
Atara,
Shania,
Carmel, and all the babies recently born.
All the babies recently born.
Next one.
Commander General.
Do you want to say anybody to get blessed? No objection, no?
No, JK.
No, JK.
Say that, man.
Officer Banana.
Officer Banana.
Good boy.
Hashem Yahweh.
Tawada
Aman.
Aman.
What we just said was, Lord, in the name of Jesus, bless us and Israel and the school. Bless, heal, shield, and protect all our loved ones. In the name of Yahweh, thank you, so be it.
One courtesy to teacher. And Madam Shabbat, Israel, and Madam Shabbat, and Madam Barak, Yahweh Hashem Yahweh.
Yahweh Hashem Yahweh.
Yajabata. One courtesy to sisters. And Madam Shabbat, and Madam Barak, Yahweh Shabbat, Hashem Yahweh. Yajabata. Class dismissed.